Okay, good morning teaching and today it is my presentation about a case of disability that some students have into the class. Let's start. Okay, first of all we have to know about what is disability and what is ambiguity. Disability is the physical, cognitive, mental, sensory, emotional that some students have into the class, and they can think very well or they can act according to other students act in a normal way. It could be. What is ambiguity? Ambiguity is an increasing amount of researching is concentrating on how people react and respond to ambiguity situations. Is the way that students react or act, the behavior that they have. Okay, the disability that we have, this learning disability, is what is an impairment of academic learning that some students have. In this case, teachers have to help them with some activities and some exercise they have to develop into the class. The first disability that we have is attention deficit hyperactive disorder. It means the students don't attention and don't control impulses that they have. This kind of students sometimes are bothering their classmates and fight and square a lot into the class. Teacher has to teach and discuss these kind of students with attention deficit hyperactive disorder. We need certain medication for them for controlling them. The other is intellectual disability. It is a significant cognitive limitation. This kind of student can concentrate in the class. They lose concentration quickly. These students may have limited language or impaired speech. Also, they can speak very well. Sometimes they have some troubles in their mouth. Intellectual disability and mental retardation. Some of them two kind of illness that intellectual disability has. The another is behavioral disability. This kind of students have inappropriate behavior into the class. They like to play or they like to bother another classmate and try to get attention for all of us, but in a bad way. The three important ideas that we have to keep in mind is identifying the circumstance. It means that the teacher have to identify the circumstance that students are involved. Other is interpersonal skills. It means that we have to talk with a professional about it, and also with the teachers or and the parents of these children. Discipline. Like a teacher, we have to control the discipline in this kind of student with activities, but in a good way and not in a bad way. Also, the other is hearing lossing. This kind of students are difficult to hear, and sometimes with a teacher asks some question, they give incorrect answer. That is why we can identify this kind of student have hearing loss. The last is visual impairment. It means this kind of students has the difficult to see very well. Sometimes these kind of students wear glasses, but it is not enough for them for seeing very well. The signs of these are red-eyed a lot. We have to identify into the class when they are seated or they are paying attention. Teacher maybe keep track of the students. Also, teaching those students, we have to use good materials. It means that we have to choose them good materials for them, visual aids, photographs, but they in the way that they can see very well. In my opinion, like a teacher, we have to identify this kind of disability that some students have into the class, we can, first of all, we have to talk with a professional with this, because as we know, we are not professional in this field, but we can talk with them, with a professional with this, also with the parents, with this for resolving this kind of problem, because these children needs help for their disability they have. If we want to help them, we have to use a good materials for helping them and motivate them to continue learning, because a disability is not is not the is not the way that they have to live the studies. Thank you.